Hello magical internet family, Dan here from DansTube.TV, and today I'm answering one of the most commonly asked questions on my action camera videos, and that is, what budget action camera should I buy? I will be discussing 3 budget action cameras that I've tested in the past. The first one is the Yi 4K action camera. Now this little awesome action camera here was something that I reviewed over 2 years ago, and to be honest with you, this thing is still holding up nowadays. It's got 4K 30 frames per second and a 12 megapixel camera, and it's only $115 right now on Amazon. That's US dollars right there, so one of the cheapest 4K budget action cameras on the market right now. The next action camera is the GoPro Hero 7 White, which I actually was not happy with in my review. I created quite a negative review about this camera. Since making that review and actually creating quite a lot of attention on this action camera, GoPro have actually announced that they will be releasing an update allowing users to shoot in 1080p with the aspect ratio 16:9. The previous issue was the fact that it was 1440p with the aspect ratio 4:3, creating a boxed image, which just was not handy at all. Everyone was really just not happy with that. The majority just did not like this. So the fact that they have actually made a comment about this is really great. So that's mainly the reason why I wanted to make this little announcement within the video. You can pick up the GoPro Hero 7 White from Amazon, and it is $179 US dollars. So I will have a link in the description below if you do want to check that one out. I still don't believe that this is the best budget camera option for most people out there, but I was impressed with the stabilization, and the microphone quality was actually pretty decent as well. It seemed to record decent audio. The user interface was okay. I did mention in my review that it was relatively buggy. That has since been updated to some extent, and also the image quality was decent as well, but definitely not the best budget action camera out there. Now the next budget action camera that I will be discussing is again a GoPro, but I've noticed that a lot of the comments seem to gravitate around GoPro, and a lot of people want to know what the best cheap GoPro is. So this GoPro here, the GoPro Hero 2018, which was actually a surprise announcement and something that I reviewed and was pretty happy with. I thought it was a really good overall action camera. Now you can find this camera for $229 on Amazon. I will have that link in the description below, but I also did a bit more research and found out that in America you can pick it up for $199 from Target. So just have a look around, as this camera does vary a lot in price. There are also prices on Amazon for $299 as well, so just make sure that you search for the cheapest one. But the reason that I've actually mentioned this one in the video is the fact that you can actually patch the firmware to make it a GoPro Hero 5 Black, allowing you to shoot 4K 30 frames per second. It allows you to have stabilization, it allows you to have all of the different options that the Hero 5 Black had. They basically limited the firmware of the Hero 2018, but it is literally a Hero 5 Black. The internals are the exact same, but they've just limited the firmware. So all you have to do is download that patched firmware, put it onto an SD card, chuck that into the GoPro, and then you have a Hero 5 Black, which most users would be very happy with. But in my opinion, the best hands down budget action camera is the Yi 4K. So this is recorded right now in 4K 30 frames per second. I will then be downscaling to 1080p for the YouTube upload, but this is the audio from the camera. I don't have a case on it or anything, I'm just screwing it onto a tripod and it's sitting right in front of me now, flashing away. So what do you think of the audio? Is this decent on a budget 4K action camera? Let me know in the comments below. They actually have released a newer version, the Yi 4K Plus, so I'll also include a link in the description below to check that one out on Amazon, but I'm going to be discussing the Yi 4K in this video, as that's the camera that I have thoroughly tested now. One thing that both of the GoPros have over the Yi 4K is the fact that they are waterproof straight out of the case. You don't have to put any sort of housing on the camera itself. It's 10 meters waterproof, where the Yi 4K you need to buy a housing if you want to take it underwater. Besides that fact, the Yi 4K is literally the greatest action camera I have ever tested, and the fact that it is that cheap makes it that much sweeter. This is a 4K camera that can shoot 30 frames per second. It has a battery life of 2 hours, and you can remove the battery so then you can buy additional batteries. You also have live streaming capabilities. You have a 2.19 inch touch display on the back, which is extremely responsive. The interface is easy to navigate, and the camera boot time is extremely fast as well. It only takes about 2 seconds to have the camera up and ready to shoot. It also offers slow-mo functionality with 1080p 4x slow-mo and 720p 4x slow-mo. On top of that, you have electronic image stabilization, which is available in 2.7K. There are 10 different shooting modes, which is honestly remarkable for such a cheap action camera, and the amount of control that the user has as well is amazing. You can control the ISO, you can control the white balance, and all of the different color profiles and different resolutions as well. Honestly, the amount of control that you have is probably the biggest selling point of this camera. So to answer the question of which budget action camera should I buy, in my opinion, the Yi 4K is the perfect budget action camera on the market right now. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to have a splendid day, and peace out.